Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts and including criticisms of the India's space launch. That is the Chandrayaan-3. Okay, quite a number of people send me messages. Oh, I'm interested to know what do you have to say about the successful launch, the mission. Some others were like, oh, you are feeling butthurt that India finally did it. And then even on the YouTube comments page, people are like, so finally Loy is silent. Now he can't open his anti-national mouth and say anything bad of India. And then they are talking between themselves, chatting. So one guy posted, what is your view on the Chandrayaan-3, and then one other guy, yeah, just imagine if it would have failed, he would have said, it's Indian mentality, Indians are like this, Indians are like that, and he would have made fun of India. And then one other guy joined in, I don't know who these people are. Yeah, now that India succeeded, he has to keep his anti-national mouth shut. And then they're just going on and serves him right. I dare him to put a video. Okay, Baba, I'm putting, relax, chill, give me an opportunity, this is the video. Anyway, for those of you, it's so funny, sorry. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist that helps people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially UAE and Dubai. And because people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or these other countries, when they apply, they get 10 times more, provided you have the right strategy. There is a sizable demand to travel to the Middle East. People also take my services for Canada, Australia, Europe, and United States. Apart from that, people take my advice, suggestions, guidance for personal, professional problems or issues, or if they want something confidential which they can't share with anyone. Details are put down below. Okay, so now coming to me, my anti-national, anti-India, as some of you say it, comments. Okay, feel free to tell me where I'm wrong. Now, First things first, we have to congratulate India for what it's done, okay? What India has accomplished is absolutely incredible, and I'll tell you why. Okay, India as a country, India as a nation, especially the Indian scientists, okay? And yes, we have to give credit to Narendra Modi's leadership, because when he is the leader, if something bad happens, we point fingers at him, like what is happening in Manipur and let's say any injustice that is happening or any communal violence. People who don't like BJP or Modi point their finger at him and say, what are you doing about it? In the same way, when India achieves something extraordinary, he must be given credit for it. You can't cherry pick only the bad and blame it on BJP and Modi and good ignore. Okay, so Modi as a leader deserves the round of applause, because under his leadership it happened. Even though they cut down the budget by 8%, okay, for the space exploration. But now have a look at it, where United States budget is $25 billion, India with only $1.5 billion has accomplished what USA could not do, China could not do, Russia could not do, not even the combined powers of Japan, Europe, none of these countries. So kudos to India as a nation. Kudos to those scientists, those unsung, unspoken heroes. They deserve tremendous respect. They deserve tremendous honor. I really hope the Indian government gives them, I don't know, a free house and... No, serious, this is not joking. They must reward these people. A free house, plot of land in Middle East countries. You know, they have this, the emperor or the king. If anyone achieves something in sports, football, like when Saudi defeated a country for the World Cup championship many years ago, each one of them got a Rolls Royce, each one of them got a house, each one of them got a plot of land. Okay, you'll say it's a monarch. I believe India can do the same. Please give the scientists, at least the key members who are involved, a reward. You can easily give them a plot of land. You can easily give them a house. You can easily give them free education for their children. There are so many things you can give. I wish that the Indian government gives them this. And yes, the honor. See, Modi loves to show his photograph and his video when success is there for a PR campaign for elections. Please do the same with these scientists. It seems there are, I saw on Facebook so many women and so many men whom I really don't know who they are. I don't even know their names. I don't even know what to Google search. Please highlight their names. They deserve all the recognition and respect because that is true patriotism, what they have done there. They can easily go and apply for jobs abroad and they would get 10 times, forget 10 times, I think 50 times more salary. They chose India. So hats off to these patriots. Hats off to these individuals for their loyalty, their sacrifice and everything. So Modi, congratulations. The science team, congratulations. And India as a nation, absolute congratulations for doing what none of these superpowers could do. Okay? And, you know, the South Pole, I did a little bit of search. Why South Pole is so great? Because there is no sunlight. It's a very difficult terrain. It seems there's water and ice. Sorry, there's ice over there. It's a very tough landing. And, you know, landing an aircraft where there's oxygen and gravity, and it's different to compare, you know, landing a space vehicle where there's no gravity, and there are a lot of technical nuances which you and I are not educated enough to know, but we obviously, even a lay person would know that communicating with an aircraft using maths and science, it takes a lot. So first things first, congrats. Now let's move to the controversy bit, the controversial bits, which is why I guess you have logged into my channel or checking my video. See, before I even address a controversy or the drawbacks of this Chandrayaan or whatever, let me address my critics first. See, you're saying your comment was, if India had failed, India succeeded with Chandrayaan-3 and your mouth is shut. And if India failed, I would have said Indian mentality and talked about, the negative parts or aspects of Indian mentality or Indian men or India. Okay. Now, if you actually view my channel, there are a lot of things that India has done remarkably well, okay, or has failed to do, but I don't cover each and everything. For example, BRICS, or the movement of the global economy from the US dollar to gold, or the negotiation of the Indian rupee as a currency, what they can trade in, or discussion about wheat, or India's relationship with the other nations, It's not humanly possible for one channel to cover all these areas. So I don't speak whether success or failure on each and every single thing that India does. In fact, I think there was, I don't know, cricket match or these other things people are asking me. I don't cover each and everything, man. There were even cases of rape and violence and this and that. I don't cover each and everything. Okay, so unless something really catches my eye first, forget being viral, it should catch my interest, my eye. Now, so that is one. That's why when the rocket successfully launched and it was in space, my entire WhatsApp groups, all my groups, even in the horror channel, even in the PC gaming channel, people are talking of the Chandrayaan-3 and the launch and the deadline and, live play-by-play updates, as they call it. So everyone was very excited. Everyone was very eager. I didn't, tell them, shut up, don't talk about this. Even though in the PC and gaming group, it's about PC and gaming. I could have said, stop talking about India's rocket. No, people genuinely felt a sense of happiness and patriotism. Go ahead. In all my groups, you can check with my members, that is, if you're in touch with them. And my members also know. They were talking, even non-Indians, they also involved in the discussion. Okay. So for me, if India does something great, I don't have an issue about it. I don't know, why do you feel that, India is doing something great, I'm burning. Boss, how many times should I tell you? Whether India does something great or India does something bad, my bank account is what I'm focused on. Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Can I support my family? Can I fund my child's education? Have I achieved my day-to-day targets? That is of greater interest to me than India, Pakistan, Russia, China, USA, and what Joe Biden is doing with Hunter Biden's laptop and all that. Okay. Now, with regards to failure, let's assume if India failed. Okay, assume India failed. What do you want me to say? See, I spent 40 years of my life in Dubai. UAE sent its probe that was from Japan. They didn't have the infrastructure. They sent the Emirati guy. Now they're training an Emirati lady. They have reserved a budget of billions to have Sheikh Mohammed's vision, to have a team of Emiratis, Arabs, and it's the first in the Muslim world. Saudi did achieve before UAE. I'm telling you about UAE because I've 40 years of my life I spent in UAE, so I also have the same interest about UAE. But if you actually notice, apart from the one or two videos, I've not spoken much about what UAE is doing in space. There was this viral video where this Emirati space astronaut was showing how honey reacts with the bread. I want you to search on it. It was viral. I didn't speak about it. What do you want me to bash him up for doing that? Or do you want me to praise him for doing that? He, during, a holy month, not Ramadan, he gave positive messages of love, thanking Allah for reaching space, thanking the leadership of Sheikh Mohammed. I didn't bash him up for saying Allah, even though it is science. I didn't comment there. So the point I'm trying to make here is, even if India failed, let's assume India failed, why should I bash up their mentality? In fact, India's 4 years ago, it seems, it sent another rocket, and there were times where India did fail. This is Chandrayaan-3. It seems Chandrayaan-2 is there and Chandrayaan-1. So India has failed before. Have you seen me post any video making fun of India and saying, ha 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 ha, you failed? Never. I challenge you, 6,800 videos or 700 videos, show me where I made fun of India or any other nation. The only thing I would have said, okay, which I don't think I made a video for it, is the billions that you spend on space, it doesn't benefit the layperson in terms of jobs, health, employment, the infrastructure, the problems faced by the healthcare industry, the taxes, the business owners. So I speak from a layperson's point of view. But I would never say, ha ha ha, India failed, India's mentality is this. No, never. Being a coach, being a trainer, being someone who has been competitive for nearly, I would say, 30 years of my life. I've been very competitive as a public speaker, as a marathon runner, bodybuilder, triathlon. I never make fun of anyone for trying. Even if I don't like you, but you're trying, I'll always respect that. So that's one thing to get out of the way. Now, my response to those specific individuals who say India's mentality, pay attention, huh? India's mentality. Where do I speak about India's mentality? I speak about India's mentality where rape is concerned. Where if you rape a small girl, if you rape a child, a baby, what do you want me to praise India for that? When you rape a small child, when you rape a woman, when you murder someone, when you break someone's leg, shouting Jai Shri Ram, because that man was carrying a cow or buffalo to feed his family. What do you want me to say? Hey, India, Jai Hind. You want me to say that? See, this is where your hypocrisy, you being uneducated, irresponsible and stupid, your ignorance and arrogance to support India for anything and everything, you will just cherry pick something and blow it out of context. You tell me, have you criticized India? The same guy who criticized me was making fun of me. Have you criticized India or Indians or this thing when a small girl got raped, or the Manipur violence, or spoken against? No, you would not do that because you'd get jacked. In India, if you criticize the BJP on social media for any particular issue, you're in deep shit. Okay? And Hindu-Muslim issue, they will come with bloody sticks, slippers and beat the bejesus out of you. In fact, my latest video where I criticize India's mentality is this boy and this girl, they eloped. He was a Muslim boy and Hindu girl. And if you actually see my video there, did I bash up the Hindus? Did I say, oh, shame on Hindus or shame on India? No. So watch my video. I'm telling you, watch my video. What did I say over there? Saying Jai Shri Ram and taking the law in your hands and beating up someone when you're not supposed to take the law in your hands is wrong. Okay, who has authorized you to take the law in your hands? That means any loafer, any roadside guy can gang up 10 people, 10 as they call in India, gundas or, roadside useless, third-rate criminal minds and say Jai Shri Ram and beat up a young man or beat up a girl? Is that what you want India to move towards? So when I highlight these issues, you don't talk on the context on, where I criticized India. And that issue, if you watch the video, I've not removed it, it's still there. What did I say? That young man should be slapped, even though he is Muslim, even though the girl was Hindu. Why did I say he should? At that age, when you're less than 20, what are you eloping with a girl and running away from home? And it's a classic case of bad upbringing, man. Your job is to study, your job is to learn. Their problem is their upbringing, they think love and romance is going to feed them. So please, stop being a keyboard warrior and take things out of context, hiding behind a fake name, and then criticizing me without giving actual context. It's like, he criticizes India's mentality. For what reason and which area? And when our Indians behave like cheap Charlies, stealing things when they go for tourism, that is where I make fun of Indians, okay? Taking photographs of other people's women or taking videos without their permission or misbehaving with foreign female tourists when you come to the country. Holi and Diwali and you say and you touch her boobs and all that. What do you want me to say? Jai Hind? Come on, man. That's why you hide behind a keyboard and monitor. That's why you have a fake anonymous name. You don't have the balls and guts to show me your real identity. Have a live discussion. Seriously, put your life, show your identity, and tell me your criticisms about all this. You'll not do it. You know why? Because if you're based in India, you'll get some psycho who will say, you spoke bad about India. They might even beat you up. They'll burn your house down. They'll damage your stuff, man. It's dangerous. And that is why I told you this also. This part also I've told you. If I was in India right now, I would never make any videos criticizing rape, nothing. Because I'll get some psycho from some political party with their goons who can harm me and my family and my well-being. Okay, so we put that aside. Now comes the last bit. My criticisms of Chandrayaan-3. Okay. Launching the spacecraft into space. There's nothing to criticize there. The scientists working towards a worthwhile goal. There's nothing to criticize there. India allocating 1.5 billion budget, which is a shoestring compared to USA. No criticism there, rather appreciation. Okay. So what is my criticism actually? My criticism is simply this. Not criticizing science, not criticizing development, space. What my criticism is that lay people, normal people like you and me, lay people, who are not scientists, who have not followed Chandrayaan for the last 4 years, knowing their technical aspects, knowing the engineering marvel, knowing the maths and science behind it. We just don't know. We just know Chandrayaan. Do you know the technology that operates this? We know nothing. We just know Chandrayaan landed on the moon. Yay! Uneducated science person like me and you will just say, wow. But do we know the effort, the time? And most of the Indians tend to celebrate only after the achievement has been done. Like, for example, it landed on the moon. India, yes. And I'm Indian. India. Fine. It's okay to take pride. But taking pride for someone else's hard work, like this new guy, Vivek or something, who's running for office in USA, is of Indian origin. How many Indians are saying, oh, Indian will run USA? Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, even Kamala Harris, because her mother's lineage was Indian. What do they say? She's Indian. They even make statues of Donald Trump and do puja with that. Some people are doing. And some people celebrate when a person of Indian origin but Western passport gets a position of power. Indian. That I feel comedic. That I feel is stupid. Why are you taking credit for it? Why are you jumping? And where do I point out Indian mentality? If an Indian cricket team wins something, India, the same team loses, most of you don't stand by India. Say, what the fuck is wrong with these chutia? Give them two slab, they marquee, this and that. Hey, can't play cricket properly. People even threaten their children, their wives, their well-being. This is what I criticize, the two-faced Indian mentality. Okay? So, India reaching space is a milestone. However, don't take my words out of context. Remember what I'm telling you again. India has far-reaching problems that 80% of the population is worried about. Unemployment, education, which has not improved by any standards, the infrastructure, the hospital and health facilities, the overpopulation crisis, the paying taxes, but what are the benefits? Losing high net worth individuals to places like Dubai, Singapore, people going to Sweden. You're taking all that money that could be invested in India. And the brain drain. Why are so many intelligent people who can really contribute to India, leaving India? So these are the issues. And the biggest one, forget all that. You who's watching my video, you have a mother, father, brother, sister, and you. Tell me, aren't you working very, very hard every single day to earn every penny to save money in the bank? But then it still goes into taxes. You're not able to control or curb the inflation for onions, for tomatoes, for basic items. Travel is long drawn. Office politics, the attitude of people. And you realize, man, my career is not growing, but I'm growing old. What do I do? Aren't you thinking about your future? Aren't you thinking about your bank balance, your property, your children's future, their day-to-day expenses, the rising costs, even petrol? Are you worried about that? Or are you worried about Chandrayaan-3? That is the point I'm trying to highlight. I have never said in any video, they're gone mad, or they are this, or they are that, or stop the space program. No, it should continue. But for villagers, when they're watching, say a village of 10,000 people watching Chandrayaan land on the moon, landed, scientists are trying to find water and whatever. How does it help the village? How does it help petrol prices? How does it help cost of living, inflation, the depreciating value of your currency? Money is not there in the bank. You don't have a job. Tell me, how does it impact? Now do you understand? So I'm not making fun or undermining. Then in fact, there have been some people who put some photographs of one guy opening up a tea shop on the moon, and one guy saying, okay, the pitch is very good for cricket. And fine, humor is okay. I don't have a problem with the humor. But if you notice, even though I don't have a problem, I'm not posted anything. Check any of my social media feeds. Where have I insulted India? Where have I criticized for doing something that is good? Now you'll say, yeah, but why didn't you make a video praising India? I'm not a scientist. What do you want me to say about Chandrayaan? Look at the Wikipedia page and read it. Chandrayaan-1 was in this year. Chandrayaan-2 was in this year. Chandrayaan-3 this year. These were the team members. 47 names I'll read. Next I'll read the 53 names. Then I'll give you the budget. Then I'll tell you what were the technical glitches. I can challenge you on this. You would not even bother to even click on that video, not even look at that video. You're saying, why don't you make a video? But you would not be interested. You're just interested in short form clips. India did it, hey, and then you jump like a monkey having itching powder under his ass. Hey, doggy. Got it? So, in conclusion, we must celebrate the positive steps of any country towards science, development, humanity. However, we should not ignore the issues that matter to us in terms of what we deal with day to day. Earnings, job, children, family, inflation, expenses, education, health. I don't know what value you give for all this. And I can tell you one thing. I don't think India would get any massive publicity, or the BJP or Congress or any other political party would get an applause if they if they controlled inflation, brought it down a few points, or helped people get jobs. I know that nobody will appreciate it. Only the recipient of this benefit. Rest everyone will ignore. So political parties and countries also know where to play the right, where to place the right trump card. So it's a political game. And remember this, majority of our citizens or human beings in general are ungrateful in nature. You satisfy one need, one want, they'll bring up the next one. You satisfy two, they'll bring the third one. You just satisfy three, they'll bring the fourth one. It's like a well, it never ends. So that is why many governments don't give a damn. And if you tend to give whatever people ask and put them on your head, it'll become like United States right now, with their 100 genders and suing each other, and we want to work 3 days a week and 2 days a week, and we want to work from home, and we want free salary, and we want salary without working, like the disaster in USA. So that's why a little bit of dictatorial rule like Modi's with an iron hand is required. However, let's not mix two things: rape, abuse, bullying, religious violence, communal extremism. Let's not mix both and club them into one. All right? These are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Love to hear from you. Once again, India as a country, scientists, and for science, Modi for this project. Rest, we have a lot of issues. All right? So, you guys take care.